Hey everyone, this is Lisa from Cultivating Wellness. I wanted to take a moment and thank you for joining this year's fall reset, and just a moment to introduce myself as well. So, most of you do know me in some capacity. So, maybe it's from work, maybe it's from school, um, maybe you're a family or a close friend. And I just wanted to share a little bit about my background and the direction that we're going to be going together over the next few weeks. So, my background is that I went to school to study renewable energy. And after school, I got kind of pulled into the construction industry. They don't tell you that if you want to work in solar or renewables, you're probably going to be working in construction. Um, and it was kind of a jarring experience for me when I was like 21 or 22, and I was working in this like brash construction environment, right? And I started going to yoga classes and I started learning about Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga. And it specializes in digestion and any kind of like chronic illness or chronic pathology that develops over time. So the way I usually look at it is Western medicine is excellent for acute conditions, but for anything that is chronic and develops over time, what I've seen is that Ayurveda really holds a key of wisdom that our society really needs right now. So I went to Ayurveda school, and then I started running a health coaching program in 2019, 2020. And I ran that program for a little bit over a year, and um, I got pulled back into the construction world. So this is um, Cultivating Wellness and Built to Thrive, the annual program that we'll be launching later in the year, um, is all focused on grounding and coming back to yourself and cultivating a lifestyle and lifestyle practices that are really going to serve you over the long term. So you might be saying, why a fall reset? What is a fall reset? I keep getting that question. So in Ayurveda, which you will be learning about throughout this process, I'll be sharing lots of links to videos. I'll be making some videos myself. Ayurveda recommends doing a seasonal cleanse with each season. So the big one is in spring, and that's when you're going to do a little bit more intense cleansing actions. I'm even starting to get away from using the word cleanse because there can be a connotation that's not always healthy. So, what I want to emphasize is that this fall reset, I call it a reset because it may not be a cleanse or a detox for you. We're going into the dry and cold season of the year, and the one of the worst things that we could do for ourselves right now is do some very intense fasting practices or anything that's just going to be really hard on our system. And a lot of you, I mean, the fall season is high energy for a lot of people. We're starting new projects, work ramps up, especially you guys that are traveling or, maybe working in the trades or construction. Um, so we tend to be a little bit more stressed out going into the fall season, and you see it in nature. Nature is starting to dry out. There's an increase in wind, an increase in dryness, an increase in variability. So even though it may be the rainy season for us, that those of us that live in the South, you'll notice that that's contrasted by a high volume of wind and drier air. Um, and a good rule of thumb is that whatever is happening outside in nature, the same thing is happening in our bodies. And so if it's dry and windy outside, you're going to notice an increase in those qualities internally. So in the fall season, that can mean drier skin, paired with like possibly skin rashes or skin eruptions, itchy skin, having to uh, wake up and use the restroom more in the middle of the night. Maybe you're not sleeping as well. Maybe you find yourself waking up a little bit more often, getting cold easier. So I'm calling this a fall reset because it's going to look different for each of us. So there's really 6 steps to complete this process over the next few weeks. So the first thing is that you may have already done this, but schedule your strategy session with me. And that's where we're going to look at what is right for you in this period during this fall reset. If you have a very resilient constitution and you're not going through a lot of stress and you really want to lighten up your diet and do a little bit more intermittent fasting, that kind of thing, then we're probably going to pick 3 to 5 things for you to focus on more. And it might be a little bit more intense than a person who maybe they're already very stressed and feeling dry, having digestive problems, having a very intense work schedule, or maybe a lot of personal obligations. What this session might look like for you is more self care practices, dialing in your morning routine and your evening routine, eating soups, eating an earlier, lighter dinner. There are 10 habits that I really love to teach in Ayurveda, and you're going to learn all about that in the fall reset. But in your strategy session, we're probably going to pick around 3 to 5 things that are going to be right for you. So this is not going to be like an intense overhaul that isn't sustainable. My hope for you is to come out of this session feeling rejuvenated, feeling a boost in your immunity, something that's going to keep you resilient throughout the coming winter and the holiday season. Um, so Yep, that's step one is booking your strategy session, and then we'll figure out the details for you in that session, which is step two. Deciding on your goals and making a plan for that is going to be step two. And then number three is executing it. So showing up to the calls. Step 3 and 4 is executing and attending the live calls. So joining the Telegram group, staying active in the school community, and showing up to the meetings. Just showing up is going to help you so much because we're going to be troubleshooting things together. We're going to do breakout sessions where we're getting to know the other people in the group. Being in a group is so powerful for transformation because when we're trying to do these things alone, you might notice that a lot of these habits, they're not praised by our communities. And a lot of the time, the habits that are praised in our society are the ones that are degenerative to us over time. So you have this cool opportunity to be part of a community where you've got the wind at your back. All of the people that are going to be here with us, we all love getting healthy together. We all want to make positive change, and making those connections is going to be what creates some momentum for you that you're going to be able to maintain. Um, so again, that's my goal for you is to walk away from this with some new habits that you're going to be able to sustain and take into your life into the holiday season, that is going to keep your immunity strong throughout the winter. Number 5 is just learn as much as you can. So I'm going to show you the school community in a moment, but I'm going to have all kinds of videos. I'm going to share a lot from my teachers. So my teachers, I went to Joyful Belly College of Ayurveda, and the founder of that school is John Immel. So he went to Harvard for math, and then he found Ayurveda later on. So he's taken his analytical perspective and combined it with the deep wisdom of Ayurveda, and he's created um, a beautiful school with lots of free resources that we're going to be utilizing. Um, probably the next influential teacher on my list is Kate Stillman. So she wrote the book Body Thrive that we're going to be using pieces from. We're also going to be using probably some videos and some PDFs from her detoxes. And a third teacher is Monica Yearwood. So now she's starting to go more into, she's really big on TikTok and she works with people with toxic relationships. So she's gone in that direction. But I found her when she was really strong into Ayurveda and cleanse practices. She's actually the person that I did my first Ayurvedic cleanse with. Um, so I would say those are the main influential teachers on my list that you're going to get to know throughout this program also. Um, just download school on your phone. Get into the community. You know, if you have a drive or something and there's a YouTube playlist that looks appealing to you, just put it on and listen while you drive, listen while you're doing the dishes. Just keep exposing yourself to this information and staying active in the group. Those things are really going to push you towards success. And without doing anything extreme, you're going to notice some positive momentum in the right direction over the next month or so. And then the last step, step 6, is at the end of the fall reset, you'll be able to book a future you session with me where we review your progress throughout the reset and where you want to go from here. Did this work for you? Which habits did you pick up? Which habits are you seeing would be very beneficial for you that you would like to continue to build on? And we will also have a review session at the end of the fall reset. So we're going to have 3 sessions starting in October 22nd, and then going all the way through. It'll be 3 weeks. And then the last call is really just to tie any loose ends up and make sure that you feel supported exiting the cleanse or reset, whatever it is for you. So let's see. I'm going to make enough. The light is coming in through the window here. That's why I keep getting like weird spots of light on my face. But I'm going to make another video showing you the school platform and how to use it, showing you how to add the live sessions onto your computer, and how to send the intake forms and everything to me. So thank you again. I'm so looking forward to spending this time with you over the next month. And of course, I'm available if you have any questions. All right. Have a great day.